We are now going to look at the XSS attack and how it can be accomplished in Rails. And XSS stands for cross-site scripting. Cross-site scripting, of course, is the um, JavaScript-related vulnerability. And in order to show it, we're actually going to have to do something with our browser. And I have saved this for the Mac. I've saved the command that we need to use because the thing is, Chrome on its own is pretty secure, so it by default does not allow us to be the victims of XSS attacks or cross-site scripting attacks. So you actually have to start it with a particular flag in order to even be able to get that far. And so we're going to quit Chrome altogether, and then we're going to bring it up using this flag. Let's see, oh, I made a mistake. 1 second, I need to have this quote here. There we go. And so it started up, and we need to be able to get to our application. Start up the application, and go back, refresh, and I have this XSS page. And here we go. And here, if you just enter some content, it'll just display it. But then, of course, what happens if we just try some kind of JavaScript here? And there we go, it displays the JavaScript. So why is this happening? Well, one thing is, of course, we remove the protections from Chrome, but a second part of this is that when we go over to the view, we'll see I am rendering this content unsanitized. I'm rendering it raw. So when it gets posted, I'm not actually doing anything to escape the JavaScript code in it. So what will happen if we change that? What if we do the default Rails action of sanitizing content as it comes in from the web? So let's take a look. Oops. Let's go back. Okay, so now here we go. We'll try exactly the same thing again. It's just printing it as a string. And so if we look at that, we'll see why that's happening. You'll see that it's quoting it. So it's putting it essentially in a quote. So it's no longer inline JavaScript on the HTML. And that is one of the technologies that Rails provides for free, which makes it so easy to get started with and be secure from the start. But in case you're trying to render some code, like suppose you're trying to show some syntax highlighting in some kind of code somebody posted to some forum, and you're the person who's building that forum, it's important to understand the difference between displaying code that somebody posted and also allowing somebody to post some JavaScript that allows dynamic behavior, and the difference between something like that and letting them execute the code in line. So now that we've seen that, I am going to actually shut down my Google Chrome and run the reverse. And here I'm going to show you the command. So we had enable. So now I'm going to do disable. And there it is. Now it is disabled. So that will not work again, even if it's not protected, if it's not sanitized. We shouldn't be able to do that again. See, that's what it gives you. So it's an important thing to know as well that in order to test these things, sometimes you have to run your computer or your browser in special modes. And that is XSS attacks in Rails.